This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. Pursuant to Governor Baker's March 12, 2020 order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, GL Chapter 30A, Paragraph 20, the Governor's March 15, 2020 order imposing strict limitations on the number of set people that may gather in one place, this meeting of the Harwich Board of Health is being conducted via remote participation. No in-person attendance of members of the public will be permitted, but every effort will be made to ensure that the public can adequately access the proceedings as provided for in the order. And I will call the meeting to order. Who do we have here? Ron?
Yes.
Here. And
I'm here.
Matt Antoine's here, and I'm here, and we're waiting for Kevin. But we can continue. So minutes of the previous meeting. Any questions?
Nope.
Nope.
Do I hear agreement for approval of the minutes?
I'll approve.
Who was that? Who said that?
Ron.
Oh, okay. Ron has made a motion, and Matt Antoine, do you second?
Yes, I'll second.
Okay. Both Ron and Matt are in agreement for the motion to pass the minutes of the previous meeting. Okay.
We just need a roll call vote.
Oh, okay. I was going to wait for. Okay, I'll do it. 1 second. I just lost my paper. Sorry. I just dropped everything. Give me a second.
That's fine. No rush.
Okay, Ron Nagliano, you're here?
Who?
I messed
Say that
up
again?
your
Just
Ron?
a roll call vote for the minutes. So just, I know it's only 3 of you. More of a technicality than anything.
So Ron, I thought you wanted me to say you're in approval for
Yes.
passing the minutes, and Matt, you're in approval for passing the minutes. So we're all in favor.
And then you
I'm
are
sorry, I
too.
thought I did that.
No, it's okay.
And I'm in pass the minutes.
Perfect. I know it's tough when there's only 3 people there. So if you'd like, I can go into the COVID update.
Good.
So all of my past updates are in the packet. We've seen a total of 716 cases of COVID in Harwich. We are currently following 52 active cases, and unfortunately, we're still in the red. This past Thursday, our positivity rate was at 5.58%. I'm hoping that a lot of the cases kind of fall off this week and don't pick back up. So we'll find out on Thursday or not whether the positivity rate has changed. Luckily, we have over 5,000 full-time residents vaccinated, and an additional 7,400 are partially vaccinated. So at least we're on the path to the right, improving things. We were supposed to have a vaccination clinic last week on the 15th, but it was the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, and unfortunately that has been paused. I'm sure you've all heard. The CDC and the FDA are both reviewing a few cases. and we're actually reconvening this Friday. So hopefully they'll have a decision either way. We are working with Outer Cape to reschedule that clinic that we had, and we're hoping to do that next week. So we'll certainly keep everyone
With
updated.
another vaccine? Or
With Moderna, yep, we're hoping to
Moderna?
get Moderna in, yeah. So it's not as easy having to do the 2 clinics, but that's okay as long as we're getting people vaccinated. The J&J really was unfortunate, so we're hoping that they can do some more research and find out that it's not as harmful. But I guess we'll see. It's always important to be cautious and take the time to make sure that they're doing the right thing. So that's pretty much it for the COVID update. In terms of the staffing update, we're very fortunate to have Mark Pustelli back. He's just here on a temporary basis. He's here to help out with RETs, some septic inspections, witnessing some soil tests, and is a huge help. It's really nice to have him back. We don't have to train him. It's just right now a 90-day temporary contract, so we're hoping that he might want to renew that again, but definitely helps us out in the health department to have him back. So that's our staffing update as well.
okay, that's great.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Okay, what's the average age of the person that's coming down with the COVID-19 now?
Right now in Harwich,
Yes,
it's still right around 38.
38.
Anywhere between 38 to 42 has been the average of the cases in the past few weeks. And that's pretty typical for the rest of Cape right now, especially the other red towns. So unfortunately, it's not that population that's already been vaccinated, but as of yesterday, the vaccinations have been opened up to everyone. So we're hoping that
Yes,
makes sense.
so they're eligible now. Yes, good.
Exactly.
That's a shame. That's too young. That's
Well,
It's very
crazy.
Hi, Kevin. How are you?
Kevin's here.
Looks like you just logged on. So if you want, we still have, I think, a few other things that we can check off with the agenda.
Good, thanks. Sorry, I had company and lost a little track of time, but I got off the grill.
Make someone else cook. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. So I don't have a full report this week. I just have my COVID report and the staffing update. We could do the correspondence and permits if you'd like to keep
Sure,
going.
let's do that.
Okay. There's a lot of permits.
Yeah. We can start with the correspondence if you want. So this is goes in every year. It's just the Massachusetts Department of EP, or Environmental Protection Drinking Water Program. So they've sent us their 2020 Consumer Confidence Report certification if anyone's interested. That's in the packet. Pretty minor. And then for permits, it's mostly renewals that are coming through. Jen, are there any new ones on here that I'm missing?
Nope, they are all renewals for this month. We'll have a couple new for next month.
Perfect, thank you. So if you'd like, you can vote to take that. You can make a motion to accept those.
Do I hear a motion to pass the permits?
I'll make a motion to pass the permits.
Okay, Ron is making a motion to pass the minutes. Do I hear second?
Second that motion.
Kevin is seconding the motion. Matt, are you in agreement?
Yes.
And I'm in agreement. So the motion passes unanimously. Was that okay? Did I do it right?
Yeah, excellent. And so we do have a little bit of time to kill before the 7 o'clock. Unfortunately, we can't start the other ones until 7. So I don't know if any of you have anything that you...
Katie, we had the fertilizer and nutrient control pamphlet that went in the packet. I don't know if the board saw that or had any questions or anything, but maybe fill them in on our distribution and education so far.
Perfect, thank you so much.
Sure.
So in your packet, we did include the fertilizer education, the fertilizer educational pamphlet that got put together. It was so helpful in helping.
That looks wonderful. Thank you for the hard work.
She did a great job. We've also distributed it to all of our septic installers because they tend to work with either a landscaper or actually do a lot of the site work on their own. We hand delivered paper copies to the larger True Green and any of the other fertilizing companies within the area, as well as reached out to local landscapers. And it's on the website, and we've really tried to broadcast the knowledge as widely as we can. This summer, we're going to treat it as an educational year. So next summer would be really more of the enforcement side of things, but every complaint we get this year, we're going to treat it as an educational point to get the word out there.
Oh, that's good work.
We brought all the pamphlets to the hardware stores, so they're aware. They have all the information there as well.
Well, thank you. Good job.
Thanks.
Now, I have a question about the plastic bottle. Is that June 1st ban?
September.
Oh, September. Okay.
Yeah, so that's actually on our horizons right now. That is in the back of our mind. We are working on some educational pieces for that. We've been in touch with Stop and Shop and Shaw's because they're the large purveyors. So we have been in communication, and we are working on developing some more educational pieces and outreach as well.
Okay. Do the
Big summer. A lot of changes.
Yeah.
So
I wonder
is
if
the clinic going to that was postponed? I didn't get that part. Are they going to reopen that again?
It is. Yep, we're rescheduling for next week. We're still kind of in the midst of finalizing all the details, but we're hoping tomorrow to get something out to people.
Okay. That's going to be at the community center?
It is. Yep, it's pre-registration required. We do still have slots.
So 16 to and above.
It'll likely be Moderna, so it would be 18 and above.
Or 18 and above. Okay, not the 16.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Pfizer's the only one approved for 16.
So which one will it be given out? Moderna?
Moderna, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
so there's no shortage of that.
No, I can probably speak a little bit to that actually. When the whole Johnson & Johnson thing went down, we were in the midst of trying to transition over so that when we were doing first shots, everybody was completed. So we actually had like 1,000 doses of that sitting in the fridge right now. But I know, for last week as we were closing up, and then the clinic we did this past Saturday, we were able to get enough Moderna to cover that. And I know that Nina, our judge, she's working. We're trying to get more Moderna from the state. It does seem like there's stock available. How much they send us, I know they're all working on that. I am thankfully off for a week. I needed it.
Kevin, I have a question for you.
Yes.
How do they ration that stuff? Who makes the determination what town gets what?
I mean, we submit a request every week, and
Okay. Okay.
when we submit the request, we say this is our estimated usage, what we plan on using, and they will send us what they send us. Sometimes we've requested 300 and got 200. Other times, we get exactly what we request. But we are
Okay,
every week we are putting out as much as we are getting into people's arms. So
okay, great.
we'd like to be able to get more, but we are getting everything that they will send us.
Okay, so that's great.
And we've been great, we're able to do this clinic because we're partnering with Outer Cape. So it's been a really nice collaboration between our health department, fire department, and Outer Cape. We've all worked really well together, and we're very fortunate to be able to do this. Not all the other towns are taking advantage, so we certainly are.
Good.
And we have Jen, she's the scheduling wizard. It's a lot of paperwork.
My friend Caitlin, who works up front at Outer Cape, is just pulling her hair out. It's been a long, all this, the scheduling for the clinics. She's I think she's ready for a break too.
A few more minutes, unfortunately. Is everyone enjoying this lovely weather that we're having? I could take this every day.
Anybody could, I think.
It is nice.
I think it'll be quick tonight too. I think once we hit our 7 o'clock, we'll be flying right through. We also are hoping to get a summer sanitarian from Barnstable County that will also help with any of our food inspections this summer. We typically have 1 day a week, sometimes 2. So that'll help kind of take some of the burden off with our food inspections. They can also help out with some of the pool inspections. And the county also is still supplying a beach sampler for the water quality, which is a huge help. So they go around to the beaches every week and do all the sampling, and then take it back to the lab at Barnstable County and actually run the test for us. And if anything needs to be resampled, they'll go back out to the beach and resample it. So that's another huge help that we are looking forward to this summer. We do have the senior health agent position advertised as well. So we're hoping to get some applications on that. It looks like caller 2 arrived. Can you just state your name, please, so we can get your name typed in?
I'm sorry, Katie. This is Chris Garcia.
Oh, hi, Chris. Are you on twice?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm at home. I
Nope,
didn't make it to the
that's
office
fine.
today, so that's why there's 2. Sorry.
No, that's fine. I'll just type it in. Not a problem. And Chris, we just have to wait till after 7.
No, I
Sorry.
understand. I just like to log in to make sure
Yeah.
everything's
No,
working.
totally understand. Jen and I were just talking about that before the meeting. You always have that half second of panic when you're trying to log in.
Exactly.
Kevin, have you been keeping track of how many vaccinations you've administered? Go into the Guinness Book of World Records.
I won't be making any Guinness Book of World Records, but I myself have done 3 clinics outside the office. I've probably done, let's say, certainly upwards of 300.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, on a busy day there, if I have a lot of well child visits, I do 30 immunizations some days anyway, between doing the kids' immunizations. So we can crank them out pretty quick if we get a nice system going. We've definitely had a few of the weekend clinics where we've done a couple hundred at a whack, and then 40 here, 40 there, 30 there. It adds up pretty quick.
Yeah, makes a big difference. That's great.
I love doing them. Everybody's in such a good mood. I mean, I did one in Orleans at the Canal House, and it was on Fridays. It was just absolutely gorgeous. I set up outside on the front porch and did a vaccine clinic outdoors. I was like, I couldn't have beat that.
Not a bad day at work.
Is there any estimation on the percentage of people who have gotten vaccinated?
There is a chart out there. I didn't include that in my report.
I'm just curious.
So we have about 12,000 full-time residents, and then 5,000 of them, I believe it's around 5,000 are totally vaccinated. So we're getting there. It's
About
hard
40%.
it's hard on Cape to kind of judge it because we have so many people who are living here right now, but they're not technically residents. So if you're living here, you still qualify to receive a vaccine. So you're included in that number. So we don't really know how many people we have kind of living in town right now. Just so many summer people are here year round. So it'll be interesting to see what we end up with kind of at the end of the summer.
Yeah. Yeah. No, let's hope
Good.
it makes a difference.
Get everyone vaccinated, yeah. And it's nice that it's open to everyone as of yesterday. That will certainly help with the numbers that we're seeing right now. Hopefully the Cape won't remain in the red for too much longer.
Well, there are a lot of people out there that aren't using masks, so a lot are too.
Yeah. Certainly some
Are we
COVID fatigue.
Are we going to have that mask? Because I saw a lot of people in Harwich Port who weren't wearing masks. And are we going to put those signs up again this year?
Yes, there's actually still signs up there now. We're hoping the county will be able to provide a COVID enforcer the way that they did last year. So we actually had someone walking up and down the streets,
That's good. Yeah.
speaking to people, handing out masks if they didn't have one, handing out copies of the governor's orders. So we're really hoping that the county is able to provide that again this summer. It was just a huge help, which our staff is so small right now, we wouldn't be able to patrol the streets the same way that they did last year. So it'd be really nice if the county can step up again.
Yeah. So we're not going to have that open on Wednesdays this year like we had in the past.
I haven't heard. You're still not allowed to have fairs and festivals. So
Yeah.
I don't know if certain establishments would have events, it'd be on a case by case basis, but unfortunately
okay.
fairs and festivals still aren't allowed under the governor's orders.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But we are moving in the right direction, at least. We're in
That's
phase
good.
4, step 1, so a little more flexibility. Couple more minutes, we're almost there. I don't see. And if anyone has any input on the educational materials for the bottle ban, please certainly send those along. It's our next project to work on.
Mm.
Did anyone do anything fun yesterday on the holiday, or did everyone work?
Work.
I got my garden started at least. I felt like I did something.
That's good.
It looks like about another minute on my watch. All the times are different. My laptop has a different time than my phone and our clock, so. Hi, Randy, how are you? Hi, Randy, how are you?
There we go. Trying to get me unmuted. I'm good.
Yeah, it's okay. We just have about another minute. We can get going on the public hearings.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Pam, I think we're about there if you want to open up public hearing.
Okay. I will open the hearing on 44 Pine Grove Road.
So hearing 44 Pine Grove Road to consider order of conditions granted on October 29th, 1996. There's to be no increase of square footage beyond that shown on plan dated October 14th, 1996. Applicant is requesting removal of square footage limitation to allow for finished attic, bedroom, and deconstruction of dining room wall to eliminate one bedroom downstairs to maintain 3-bedroom compliance. So just a little history on the property. The health department received a Title V inspection this past March, and the Title V inspector provided the floor plan and photos that showed the attic space had been finished without benefit of a permit, and that the attic contains built-in beds and affords privacy and would have been considered a 4th bedroom. The septic system for the property is not adequate to support the 4 bedrooms, and because it already has variances for the 3, it would need to go back down to the 3 bedrooms. So from there, I can let Randy present further, and then I'm happy to go over my recommendations after.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, so I've, since that came back from you guys, I've applied for the after-fact permit with the building people. I'm not sure if it's made its way around. It's been probably 3 weeks. Had the site plan done and did look at maybe increasing the leaching field with an engineer, but the buyers of the house, I'm military and I'm selling, so I'm leaving soon, and the buyers of the house didn't really want to go that route, so they didn't mind losing the bedroom and taking that portion of that wall down. So that was the route that that we'd like to go.
Okay.
I don't know how much more information you need from me.
Let me just make sure there's no comments from the public.
Would you go through that order of conditions of October 29th again?
The original ones, Ron?
On the conditions of October 29th, 1996, what were the conditions again?
The first one was to be there is no increase of square footage beyond that shown on plan dated October 14th, 1996. System
Okay.
is to be inspected. Was it just that one that you wanted, or you want all of them?
Yes, no, that's it. No, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay. I'll close the hearing. What does the director recommend?
So my recommendation is to approve the reconsideration of previous conditions placed on October 29th, 1996, located at 44 Pine Grove, with the following conditions. 1, no further expansion of square footage habitable space is allowed without review of the Board of Health. 2, the dwelling restricted to 3 bedrooms maximum. 3, reconsideration approval shall be recorded at Barnstable County Registry of Deeds. And 4, all previous conditions apply.
Any comments from the members of the board?
I mean, all we're doing is knocking down that wall to keep the 3 bedrooms, right?
Yep, so he's eliminating 1 bedroom downstairs and replacing it with 1 upstairs.
Okay, do I hear a motion to pass this hearing with the conditions Katie mentioned before?
Make a motion to pass with the conditions of the health director.
Matt, Antoine? Is there a second?
Second.
Kevin?
Kevin, second.
Seconded. Ron, are you in agreement?
Yes.
Okay, and I'm in agreement. And the hearing, the motion has passed unanimously.
Great. So Randy, we'll get the recording to you sometime this week, and you'll just have it recorded at the Barnstable Registry of Deeds. And then once that's recorded, we can move forward from there.
Okay, I appreciate everyone's help. Thank you so much.
All right.
Good
Katie,
luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
oh, 1
Kate,
second.
realistically, it might be next week that the approval
Next week.
letter is ready. Yeah.
That's right. We lost a day yesterday. Sorry.
Okay,
I'm off, but we'll let you know when it's ready.
I'll be looking for it. Thank you.
All right. Sorry, Jen. Okay, so I think we're all set to move to the next one.
Okay. I popped the paper again. I opened the hearing.
All right, so it is 351 Pleasant Lake Avenue, Cape Cod Regional Technical High School. On behalf of Cape Cod Regional Technical High School, Garcia, Galuska, and D'Souza is requesting Board of Health review and support of an application to the State Plumbing Board for a variance from the State Plumbing Code, relief to building toilet facilities with 50% of the required water closet fixtures. They require that the proposed athletic field bathrooms be allowed to be constructed with a total of 4 female water closets, 2 male water closets, 2 male urinals, and 2 lavatories per sex. So this is one the board has actually seen a couple of times for the school, and basically in order to go to the state, they have to have the Board of Health approval to receive the variance. And the plumbing inspector is aware of the request, and he had no objections. So I believe Chris Garcia is on the call. We'd like to turn it over to him.
Yep, good evening, everyone. My name is Chris Garcia. I'm with Garcia, Galuska, D'Souza. We are the plumbing engineers for the project. So the school is in the process of designing or constructing ball fields. I don't know, Katie, if you want me to present the plans we had submitted?
If you'd like to, I don't know if we can we share this? They all have the packet, so if you want to go over it that way, I don't think we can share it on the screen.
Okay, no big deal. So part of the ball field construction, there'll be bleachers that will hold 480 people. So we're required by the plumbing code to provide plumbing fixtures within 300 feet of the bleachers. So the plan is to construct a building that will house both men and women bathrooms, as well as a concession building to service the ball fields. So the plumbing code just lists one criteria in their required fixtures for stadiums. So this, can apply to Gillette Stadium or any kind of stadium, throughout the Commonwealth. So they actually require us to provide 8 female water closets and 4 for men. Seeing the use of the school, not expecting to have full capacity at the stadium throughout the year. The stadium and the facilities are seasonal. They won't be open during the winter time, and with maintenance concerns, there's obviously, no alcohol consumed or beverages like that. So it's a very typical variance request with the board. So we're asking to reduce it by 50%, minimizes maintenance for the school as well. So the plan is to, again, provide 4 female water closets, which would, the 8 would be required. So we're asking for 4 and then reducing the males down to 2, but also providing them with 2 urinals. So as Katie had mentioned, we had reviewed this with Tom Davis, local plumbing inspector. He had no issue with it. And again, so we just need to present it to you tonight so that we can move forward with the state. And we plan on applying to be on their agenda for May 5th. So it's about 2 weeks from today or tomorrow.
Okay. Anybody from the public have a comment? Okay, I close the hearing. Recommendations from the director?
So I recommend to approve the request for a variance from the Massachusetts Plumbing Code 248 CMR 1010 7C4 at 351 Pleasant Lake Ave, Cape Cod Regional Technical High School.
Any questions from the board? No? Do I hear a motion to pass?
Make a motion to pass with the health director's comments and recommendations.
Matt has made a motion to pass. Do I hear a second?
Second that motion.
Kevin has made the second. Ron, are you in agreement?
Yes.
Ron's in agreement, and myself, I'm in agreement. And all in favor, so the motion passes.
All right. So Chris, we'll get in touch with you with our final recording for this. You said it was the 5th that you needed it by?
That's their next hearing. Yep.
Okay. It'll definitely be before the 5th.
All right. That's great.
Is an email copy acceptable, or does it have to be sent hard copy?
No, I think you could email it, and then I can take that and in turn send it to the director at the state. I think that would be fine.
Okay.
Okay.
I believe that is all you have on your agenda this evening. Nice and quick.
Great. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.
Thank you. You too. Okay. Any further comments from the board? Okay. Do I hear a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Make a motion to
I'll make
adjourn.
a motion. Go ahead. I'll second it.
Okay, Matt has made a motion and Ron has seconded it. And Kevin, are you in agreement?
I am.
Okay, Kevin's in agreement and I am in agreement, so the motion to adjourn has passed.
See you next
Fantastic.
month.
Have a great night, everyone.
You too.
Thank you.
Talk to you next month.
Bye.
Good night.